Hi Leo, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Hope you guys are really well. Today is your February 2017 month ahead reading. Okay, the cards have already been laid, only because I've started recording it and then something screwed up, so I decided, okay, start the recording, the cards were already laid, let's start again. So yeah, that's why your cards are already down. Yeah, let's crack on with your reading. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Now, the one difference that we're doing with the reading this month, well, there's two really. The first thing to say is you don't have an inset box this month, and that's because a lot of people are saying that they don't like the inset box, they're not keen on it. So I thought I'd leave that, and I wasn't really that keen on it. It was just a way to show you how I do my readings, but generally it's just some big square thing that sort of intrudes on the screen. So yeah, I'm going to be leaving that out now. You've seen how I do my reading, so that's fine. And also you have a love reading coming up for February 2017, so you'll be able to see the cards and not me on that one. The other thing to say is that besides the Celtic cross that is done here, as you can see, with the clarifiers and everything, we have 4 cards to my right, and this is an additional piece of information. This is another way that you could like an expanded Celtic cross. This is an additional information to show maybe a little bit of the energies that you're dealing with for the month, okay, in February 2017. Okay, so I think as from next month I'm going to be introducing advice cards from the bottom of the deck, but it's not this month. Okay, let's get on with your reading then, Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. I'm going to have a look at the 4 cards first and see what they're saying. Usually if I was doing this for a client, I wouldn't tell them what the 4 cards actually were, but I'd tell them what I was feeling. So I'm just going to tell you what I'm actually feeling. I feel that there might be a water sign around you this month, Leo, in February 2017. Doesn't have to be, but you know, you've got the Tower. One of the cards is the Tower and it's sitting next to a king. So sometimes this is kind of a breakup with a person, because you've got a court card, and court cards, as we know, in the tarot can represent people within our lives. So this king is sitting next to a tower and you're sitting next. Queen of Wands is showing as well. And we know the Queen of Wands can be an Aries, but this card here has a lion on it. So more than likely this Queen of Wands in this tower represents a Leo energy, but it can be an Aries. I usually read the Queen of Wands as being an Aries, but we know that it can also be a Leo, and it's got the lion on her. It's got the lion on her throne, Leo the lion. So we know that this is more than likely a Leo individual, and that's you. I feel that you might be angry, or there is some form of jealousy. I'm getting the impression, because you've got a king, the tower, and then you're sitting on the other side. So we've got you and somebody else, sort of, and the tower sandwiched between you guys. I feel that there might be an explosive energy in February, or you might have broken up with someone, or, you know, I'm not saying you're going to break, you know, if you, as I say, if your relationship is good, don't sweat it, because it's a general reading, all right? I really wish sometimes, people are like, oh man, the fucking reading, it's Valentine's. I can't do anything about what cards come out. It's as simple as that, all right? I'll always put a positive spin on something, but don't shoot the messenger, all right? It is general. The only way that you get a reading that is more acclimatised to your situation, that's through personal readings. So, yeah. We've got a king here, we've got the tower, we've got you, and I feel that there might be some disruption between you and another person. It could be because of jealousy, or it could be, it's obviously something to do with conflict, because we've got a 5 of Swords also sat here in this group of 4 cards, the energy for the month. So I feel that there is something explosive. It could be a breakdown in talks with an individual. It could be that the King of Cups, I'll say the name, the King of Cups has exploded the tower at the Queen of Wands because of the 4 of Swords, jealousy or anger or something like that. I'm seeing some disruptive energy maybe with an individual in February 2017. Leo, let's get the root issue at your external factors. External factors, how I do my reading. The external factors should show how you are, what's around you. External factors, you now position, so it shows how you're approaching a situation, maybe how you're feeling about a situation, Leo, or people that are very intrinsic, very close to a situation. So we've got The Three of Swords. So there we go. The first card of the bat is the Three of Swords, and that's for you now. So some of you guys might be experiencing heartbreak. You seem to be experiencing some upset, because I could see it within the cards. We've got the Tower here, and there is a man and you, or a male or female, could be a water sign individual. King of Cups doesn't have to be a water sign. It can just be somebody who's really lovely, though. Okay? Also, it can be emotional. So maybe there's some emotional upset, the Tower, with the Queen of Wands because of jealousy, something like that. But the Three of Swords is saying in the you now position, Leo, that some of you guys are feeling quite upset about a situation. There might have been severance in a relationship. Three of Swords often stands for separation. And we've got the Magician as well with it. So the Magician, you know, I feel that this might be the person. You know, even if you get one card that's like a King of Cups, it doesn't mean that that King of Cups can't represent a load of other figures in the tarot. So, oh God, I hope it's not snowing out there. I've got to go out in a little bit. I'm just looking outside. We're meant to have snow coming over in the UK between today and tomorrow, and I'm hoping it's not snow right now. Anyway, there seems to be some separation, possibly with a Magician. Now, the Magician is a very strong character, you know. Never be fooled with the Major Arcana, because you get, you know, these are meant to be very strong energies. These can represent people, definitely. Your Empress can represent a beautiful woman. Emperor can represent a very authoritative male, or a very strong individual, or somebody who's a father. Empress, a mother. High Priestess can represent a very mysterious female. Hierophant can represent a very good friend. So these Major Arcana cards, face cards that are Major Arcanas, they can definitely, and so can the Magician. The Magician usually represents somebody who is very sexy, very charismatic. They have the ability to make lots of things work because they're very powerful, they're very much in control, they're very confident. So there might be, you know, a breakup with that type of individual, or separation with that type of individual. And how's it working through for Leo in the month, in the present situation? Well, I feel that you are, for some reason, we've got the Three of Swords and the Magician. Some of you guys, it might be that you're looking to start again after heartbreak, perhaps. The Magician means to start again, the Three of Swords means heartbreak, so it could pretty much peter out in that way. Because you've got the Nine of Cups in your present and the Hanged Man. Now, on this particular deck of cards, it's from a lady named Joan Bunting. I really like these cards a lot. The Nine of Cups means happiness, it means joy, it means, you know, socialising, different sexual partners. It means just to have a really, really good time and to be really happy. It could be that you've happily put something on hold, all right? We do have the Three of Swords here with the Magician. So this might not be upset, it might just be severance with the Magician. So, you know, this is the thing. Sometimes you want to, as a tarot reader, look at a card, Three of Swords, and go, oh, Three of Swords, that person must be really heartbroken. And sometimes it's, you know, we just don't agree. Usually the Three of Swords does mean to be heartbroken. I've seen it too many times show up for people who are really going through some very internal pain. But often this can be severance. It's just a separation card sometimes. So it might be that there is just separation with somebody who was very instrumental to your life, somebody who was very important, somebody who had a lot of responsibility or took a lot of responsibility within your life. And as a result of that, the present is saying that for some of you guys, it might be that you are happily resting, because the Nine of Cups is to be happy, drink, joy, having a good time in February, and relaxing. The Hanged Man doesn't have to be, oh, it's an obstacle, or something's up in the air, or I'm taking time to look at things through another perspective. You know, this card also means I'm feeling relaxed, because if you look at the guy on the card, Aries, he looks like he's meditating on this Hanged Man card. So he doesn't look uncomfortable or anything. He just looks like, oh, yeah, let me just take a minute just to get comfortable here. Also the Hanged Man is acceptance. So it might be that you're happily accepting a situation here in the present, because the root issue is the Three of Swords. Not the root issue, sorry. The you now position shows the Three of Swords. I feel there's been some severance or a breakup or something with the Magician. I feel this Magician might represent an individual, and it can be any sign. And I feel as a result of that, some of you guys might be drowning your sorrows. So Nine of Cups can be lots of drink. Because of the Hanged Man, it might be that you are taking a bit of downtime. So you're trying to kind of acclimatise yourself to a very different or awkward situation, perhaps for some of you guys. Because the root issue, how I do my readings, we look at the external factors that lead to, because through the external factors, the filter, it acts as a filter for what's happening here in the present situation. And then what is the root issue? Why are we at that present situation? Well, that's interesting. You've got the Five of Cups and the Two of Swords. So I feel that some of you guys, the root issue for the month is that you're blocking out pain. You know, the Five of Cups means to feel sadness. It means to feel regret, loss, disappointment that something didn't work out. It means to desire to have something back because this person is focused on Three Cups that are downturned. So though the Three Cups on its own, I'll just show you a quick card. It's not in the reading. It was just on the bottom of the deck. That's the Three of Cups on its own. But this person is focused on those Three Cups being downturned. Now, we know the Three of Cups means friendship. That's not in the reading. It's just a card that's sitting there. I just wanted to show you an example. We know the Three of Cups means friendship, camaraderie, collaboration, unity, union with friends, being at one with each other. But when it's downturned, it means broken friendships. So this is why we have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is about focusing on something that is broken. But the Two of Swords shows here. And it's replaced with logic. So I feel that you guys are blocking out. The Two of Swords isn't just about making decisions or being at a stalemate or being at a crossroads, mental crossroads. It's also, I'm blocking this out. I'm going to forget it. And I feel the root issue is that some of you guys are trying to ignore or forget about somebody that you've lost maybe in February, or you're trying to forget about some pain that you're holding on to here. Because the you now position does show that there is severance with a particular person for some of you guys. And I feel it's going on from now into February. And that's why in the present, you seem to be having a good time, the Nine of Cups. You might be happily relaxing. Or you might be taking some downtime with the Nine of Cups, drinking, going out with friends, just trying to feel good about this awkward situation maybe with the Hanged Man. But the root of it is that you have blocked out some loss. So you're suppressing something here. I feel that Leos, some of you guys, if you resonate with this, I don't like these two cards together because to me, you know, we don't have judgment with the Five of Cups. So judgment with the Five of Cups would say to me, you've had loss, but you've now gotten over it. Because that's what judgment is. Judgment is about rebirth, and judgment is about finally like having the weight of the world lifted off your shoulders. Judgment means many things. It means to make a judgment, but it also means you feel relieved. That's what judgment is. The Two of Swords is not a card about feeling any type of relief. It just isn't. The Two of Swords represents suppression. So you suppress how you truly feel. And you replace your emotions, your true emotions, with logical thought. Oh, well, it doesn't matter that it ended. He was a bastard anyway. Or he never bought me a present on my birthday anyway. So it doesn't really matter that he's gone or she's gone. Or, you know, they had smelly feet at night anyway. That type of thing, you know. You will look for any excuse to ignore or suppress how you truly feel with the Two of Swords card, I feel. You know what I'm like as a reader? I look at the real world. This is how I look at these cards and how they pertain to the real world. That's how I explain the tarot. Alright? I explain the little nuanced feelings that people get. You know, you break up with someone or whatever and you, deep down inside, you're feeling cut up about it. But you're masking it. And the Two of Swords is a mask. It is a mask. Because it's where you put a front up and where you put a blockage up and a wall up. But usually the wall is internal. So you block things out in terms of how you feel. And I feel that you're blocking out loss, which is why. Because we can see that there has been severance with somebody here, a magician, I believe. And what you've done is you have blocked this out, I feel, with those two cards, Five of Cups and the Two of Swords. And that's why in the present situation, you're happily drinking away and you're feeling kind of relaxed because you've blocked something out. And that's not to say that that's bad, but I feel that some of you guys haven't faced up to something as yet, like really properly, like really overcome it. I feel that you've just completely said, you know, okay, this hasn't worked out, that's fine, just move on. And you've not really dealt with the core issues of how you really feel. As a result of that Five of Cups and the Two of Swords, Leo, what we have is the Chariot. And I see you guys moving on, moving forward, because that's what the Chariot is. It's about the determination to overcome some form of an obstacle. And, you know, I've just noticed with this particular deck, we've got two Sphinxes, and the white Sphinx is standing up and it's ready to go. And the dark Sphinx is sitting down because it doesn't want to go. So, really, I feel that the ethos of this card, we can see on this card that this man is not riding. So, the Chariot is not moving on this deck. And, you know, with the Tarot, it's always important, Leo, to take account of what the pictures tell you. You know, for example, this Hanged Man here is not in any way uncomfortable. He's really relaxed, and he's using it as a chance just to meditate. There's a light gleaming from his face, so I can't say on that card that there is any real discomfort here. You know, this is a kind of happy and comfortable card, but the root issue is that you've blocked out. You've not really dealt with the situation. You've kind of gleaned over a situation here. There has been some separation, I feel, for some of you guys, leading from perhaps last year into now, February 2017 coming up. But you seem to have suppressed how you truly feel about a situation, and that's why you're kind of like drinking and you're feeling relaxed, because you're not, you know, you don't want that you don't want to deal with all that drama. You can't be bothered. The drama you want gone. You're not interested in kind of having that bother you or invade your life, because you've got too many other things to try and see to, probably. But as a result of blocking out how you truly feel about a situation, I do feel that internally you are kind of torn. Because you've got one Sphinx here that is standing up and one Sphinx that is sitting down. So it's the push and the pull. And I feel that you have blocked something out, but you are trying to align yourself. You're trying to get yourself back into alignment. Now, this man here, he's not even smacking these Sphinxes to get them going. He's just kind of holding something up, and he's quite happy to just wait for some reason. So I do feel that you are kind of in that position where you want to move forward, but then there is, you know, the white Sphinx is about finding the light, and the dark Sphinx says, well, I'm still caught up in the darkness. So I feel that there is kind of an in-between stage for some of you Leos in February 2017. You've blocked somebody out here, and in the present you're feeling happy and kind of comfortable and relaxed. But it's not the whole story, really, because with this Chariot, as a result of blocking this pain out, you've got that push and pull thing going on, because, you know, and the Four of Swords is leading you to contemplate something. So I feel that you are torn between your emotions, perhaps with the Four of Swords because you're contemplating a plan, or, you know, you're contemplating something you want to take action on. You can see with this Four of Swords, the one sword is lying down and three swords are above the guy's head. So it says to me the man's not willing to take action yet, because there's still a struggle that an inward struggle, a mental struggle that he's got going on. And I feel with this Chariot card, with the Sphinxes, which are representing the push and the pull of a situation that you're experiencing, I feel that it's bringing mental... I'm just trying to think how this works. It's bringing some form of mental clarity, because it's opening something up to you. The push and the pull seems to be opening up the Three of Swords. If you look here, the Three of Swords is over this guy's head. I always look at the little nuances in the cards, because they always try and tell you something. And he's got the Ace of Swords here. The Ace of Swords is about breaking. It's about initiating, the initiation of a thought. It's about the initiation of communication, or severing ties. And I feel with these two cards, you are finding it difficult maybe to sever ties with a particular... I'm not just going with the general meanings of the cards. I'm not going to do that with the tarot. I don't like it. Just go with, you know, well, the general meaning, well, you're moving forward because, you know, you are now healing and all the rest of it. You probably are moving forward, Chariot, because you are healing, Four of Swords. But also we can say, just looking at the cards, for some of you guys, there is that push and pull. One Sphinx is down, one Sphinx is up. So if one Sphinx is down and one Sphinx is up, then there is an imbalance here in terms of how you are moving forward. The Chariot becomes more rockier, or it simply doesn't move. Something can't move along until you've got things aligned. And that takes some contemplation with that, how you do it. So I feel that you're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place in a way, Leo. That all is not as it seems, because you're blocking something out, and it seems to be leading to this push and pull motion with you of an internal variety. in which you are still in the pain and you're not willing, with the Ace of Swords, I feel, being at the bottom of that Four of Swords, to completely sever ties. Because your challenge, let's have a look what your challenge is the Hierophant and the Ace of Wands. Now the Hierophant is often seen as the keys, because you can see keys here. So sometimes when you get the Hierophant, it can be the keys to a new home, for example, when you get the Hierophant showing up. Because he's got 2 locked keys, you need to unlock the keys. And I feel that it's unlocking the keys to a fresh start, and that's going to be your challenge. You're needing to find the way that you can move forward through this situation here. Because in the present, you're happily kind of resting with that Hanged Man. But that's only because you've blocked out how you truly feel. Because we can see clues around the reading that you are, still at that push and pull. You're not willing to kind of sever ties completely, I don't feel, with that Ace of Swords being at the bottom of that picture there. Because the Three of Swords is above your head. You're still in some pain here. And I feel it's a difficulty in severing ties. Also, it could be that the challenge is that, there was a commitment that was kind of really quick, maybe. Because the Ace of Wands often means a flash in the pan. Something that was a spark. And the Hierophant can mean a commitment. Or maybe there was a spark. Your challenge is this spark of a commitment that you still hold for a particular person. Maybe you still hold a flame for a particular person here, and it's difficult to completely move on. The best case scenario within the first 2 weeks of February 2017, Aries, is, and it's good because we've got Judgment now. You're going to find your way, because you've got Judgment and the Hermit. Judgment means rebirth, and I think it comes through you guys finding your way. So you finally, the Judgment card means relief. Alright, so it doesn't always mean, oh well, whew, finally I can just move on. It doesn't always mean that. Sometimes it means you find the answer you're looking for because you've made a judgment. So I feel really what this is saying is that you guys have made some form of a judgment here based on and I feel that you were trying to find enlightenment maybe through that Chariot and the Four of Swords energy here. And you finally arrive at it here. You found the answer that you're looking for to a very kind of precarious situation around someone that I feel you guys have had some form of a separation with. In the second 2 weeks of February, what are we seeing? Well, somebody's doing some contemplation. You've got the Seven of Pentacles. So if some of you guys are moving on from a partner in February because you finally decide with that Judgment card to go it alone maybe with the Hermit energy. Hermit can often mean a single person. Then I feel in the immediate future, the second 2 weeks of February, you will be looking at, maybe this is somebody that you lived with as well or something like that. I feel that you guys will be looking at evaluating your finances, evaluating your standard of living, especially if somebody's moved out of your home, that type of thing. And you're going to have to kind of be careful and cautious with finances. So when you get the Two of Pentacles, this is somebody who has to make some financial adjustments. All right, you've looked at your bank account, you're making financial adjustments with that Two of Pentacles. And that's if you decide, I feel, with that Judgment and the Hermit to go it alone. Judgment, making a judgment, maybe with that Hermit to go it alone. However, if you've made a judgment that, and you've been trying to find a solution, do I really want to be apart? In the present, it's a mask. I'm feeling happy and kind of relaxed with the Hanged Man. But it's a mask because the underlying thing here is that you've blocked out pain. Two of Swords. Two of Swords is never great because Two of Swords means that you block something out that hasn't really been completely, you've not dealt with the problem. As I always say, I always give the analogy, Leo, that, you might be a smoker. I don't smoke. But people smoke, and some people smoke in their own houses. I used to smoke, but I don't smoke anymore. Some people will smoke in their own houses, right? And they won't open a window to let the smell out. Instead, they'll get air freshener, and the smell will go, but the residue will still be there on the carpets, on the sofas, on the curtains, all over the place. And that's the analogy I'm giving of the Two of Swords, that you've never really, with this Two of Swords, you can block someone out, but you've not treated the problem, you've not treated it. It's like anything in life that you don't treat properly. it's just going to come back round again. Because you haven't really gotten over it. You only really get over things when you've got judgment to show rebirth. Alright, but judgment can sometimes say, right, I make a firm decision. So some of you guys might be making a firm decision with that judgment card. And it's not to become a hermit for some of you, but it's because of the hermit. It's because of you evaluating the situation properly. And therefore, for some of you, it could be that you are evaluating the relationship, how much maybe you built up within that relationship, and you're kind of doing your sums, you know, well, would it work? Wouldn't it work? Or, you know, if I was to get back with this person, or, you know, I'm going to try and look at, you know, we can see that the 4 cards are saying that there's been some disruption in a relationship between you, possibly a water sign or a person that meant a great deal to you, this King of Cups energy. And it seems to have brought back some you know, King of Cups breakup. King of Cups has a breakup with the Queen of Wands, which causes severance, 5 of Swords, or jealousy, or whatever it is. And that was the energy of those 4 cards, Leo. So if you were considering, for example, because this is to evaluate what you've built up, not just financially wise, but literally what you've built up, what you've invested in a relationship, and therefore you are kind of weighing up, you know, well, we invested quite a bit in this relationship, you know, together, and, you know, what are the pros and cons? 2 of Pentacles, what are the pros, what are the cons of trying to make this work? Because influence is coming in around this. I feel if you are looking to get back with someone in February, sorry, I'm just looking at this guy who's got this dog off a lead. Jeez, this guy. Sorry, he's not meant to have his dog off a lead, and he's got it well and truly off a lead. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I feel that if you are looking to reevaluate, it could be because of children. Because you've got the Sun and the Page of Swords there, and sometimes this can represent kids, children. So it might be that there are children involved. The Sun can represent a child, and the Page of Swords can represent a child as well. So maybe there's something to do with 2 boys or a couple of children that you've got, which is why you think, you know, well, you know, would it be worth going back there because of the kids, that type of thing. For some of you guys, it might be, if you are, you know, it might not be children, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't always have to be, but I'm just noticing that we've got two cards that represent kids, both boys possibly. Page of Swords doesn't have to be a boy, but it could be a boy, Page of Swords, and the Sun often represents a boy child. So, but if it's not children, it might be that you're evaluating maybe going back to something with a particular person, because the Page of Swords, the influences coming in or around you are that somebody's got something to say with that Page of Swords. And, you know, it might be with the Sun card. We know the Sun means renewal or something positive. So it might be that somebody's got something to say about a renewal of the relationship potentially here. Could be you. If it's influences around you, it will be the partner. Because the influences around you, the people who are connected to you, but they're outside of you. So it might be them that's considering something here. Who knows? Hopes or fears? Well, the fear might be to walk away and cut with that Queen of Swords any type of communication or interaction with this individual. If you've had some form of difficult relationship, it could be that your fears will be to walk away because maybe this person is a Queen of Swords energy. Maybe they're difficult. Or to walk away because you're depressed by the relationship sort of thing. Especially if there's a conversation that happens here for some of you guys. And I'm only saying if this is what you want, if you want to get back with a particular person. And if you're single, we did have that judgment in the Hermit. You'll make a judgment maybe to be single, maybe not to, you know, go back to this individual. And therefore, you know, in the immediate future, if you are single, Leo, you might be, you know, evaluating the finances, making some financial adjustments, possibly because you've got a couple of kids. And your fear is still possibly walking away from this relationship completely and maybe remaining single. Often the Queen of Swords is seen as a widower or somebody who's single within the tarot. The outcome shows for the month in terms of this situation, Leo, there is possibly going to be some tension, the Moon, within this relationship, the Ten of Cups. because you will work hard, Eight of Pentacles, which is why I feel some of you guys could be single, maybe looking after children. Possibly to maintain a standard of living, the Ten of Pentacles. However, no, that wasn't the right card. There will be victory. Is that right? Hang on. No, it was this. However, I feel accepting help, Six of Pentacles, could lead to a compromise, Two of Cups, in which the Empress achieves victory, Six of Wands. So it's almost like the reading is saying, Leo, that I feel that in the month of February 2017, some of you guys have had a separation from a particular person. And if you're single, it's still saying, I feel in the outcome, that you can get through this. But I don't feel that you would get back with a particular person because of love. I feel that you would either get back with a particular person because it's convenient, financially wise, for you, the kids, whatever. Or if you are remaining single, I feel that you'll still be on good terms with whoever it is that you're not in this relationship with anymore. And this is for anyone, obviously, that it resonates with in February. This is kind of a love reading and kind of not. You got a proper love reading coming up anyway. But I do feel that, you know, there is a compromise that can be made. And it's kind of saying in the tarot, in the reading, that there is a good compromise that you guys can actually make going forward. All right, with a particular person. It doesn't have to be that, you know, any kind of nasty energy. And I don't see any nasty energy here. All right? I don't see any nasty energy. You know, we could have a King of Cups break up with the Queen of Wands, leads to the Five of Swords, which is challenging situation in the relationship. And if that's the case, I feel that there is a compromise that can be reached by the end of February. Let's have a look at what your angel card advice is for the month, Leo. Universe, what is the advice that you have for Leos, Sun, Moon and Risings, in the month of February 2017? What is the advice that you have for Leo in the month of February 2017? Show me. Wow, forgiveness just came up here. It's telling you to forgive. So yeah, there probably is something to forgive. And this is what I was saying about the compromise. It just looked like, you know, you would achieve something here in the way of forgiveness. Because you've got that Six of Pentacles, Two of Cups showing up, Empress, and the Six of Wands. You've got some really beautiful, sorry about this. You've got some really beautiful energies. But we can see that, you know, for some of you guys, something not very nice kind of happened. And it possibly made you feel awfully uncomfortable with this particular partner. But to me, it just seems like things can turn around. And we've got forgiveness. We'll quickly read what this forgiveness is saying here. So this is what I meant by compromise. It looked like a compromise would be met at the end of February. Let's have a look at forgiveness. Possibly some of you guys could be getting back with a partner. And, you know, it's just purely about the forgiveness and the kids and the love and all. Because we do have the Two of Cups sitting in there. And the Empress sitting in there, and the Six of Wands sitting in there, and the Six of Pentacles. So all of these cards are about really lovely, loving relationships. They really are. They're very good cards to get when you get love readings, okay? So definitely it might just simply be that you forgive a person, they forgive you, and you come back together. So there's definitely a chance, I feel, for some of you guys in reunions. Just trying to find F, A, B, C, D, E, E. There we go, F. Forgiveness can work miracles. When you release the past, a weight is lifted from your shoulders and a sense of freedom washes over you. Ask your angels to help you let go of sadness or pain caused by others so that you can be free. This card can also refer to a need for self-forgiveness. It's time to let go of any guilt you are holding on to regarding past mistakes you may have made. Give yourself credit for having tried your best, even if the results weren't what you would have liked. Focus on the changes you've made since then that have made you a better person. And that's lovely. So it is very much about forgiveness. I've also thought that within the first 2 weeks, the end of the first 2 weeks, this judgment is often renewal. So it's a second chance card. And that could be because you've reevaluated. The Hermit often means to reevaluate a situation. It means to go back and look at a situation again. And the judgment card often means a renewal of a situation or a second time around, because these people were dead and now they're risen again. So it's the resurrecting of a situation in which somebody has reevaluated. So there could definitely, I feel, with those two cards be something about maybe reconciliation happening, or the thinking of the reconciliation potentially. All right. And it could be that that's why, that, you know, the root issue is that you have tried to block out how you feel about a situation. It might be leading to the present where you are, you're drinking, or, you know, this doesn't look like a stressed hanged man, but it looks like with this hanged man, the 9 and because it's off the back of that 5 of Cups and 2 of Swords, like you're blocking something out, like you're suppressing something, you're covering something with happiness. But I feel that the crowning thoughts is, you know, some of you guys with that judgment card may want a second chance. Could be with a Hermit, or it could be you want a second chance with another with a person that you broke up with because you've reevaluated the situation with the Hermit card. Could be that you want a renewal of a relationship with a Virgo, who knows. But yeah, there is forgiveness here in the month of February 2017. Whether it's getting back with someone, whether it's getting with someone because of the finances, or it's the right thing to do because of children, or whether it's just simply going it alone, but also saying to the partner, you know what, we've had this terrible breakup, but I forgive you, let's let bygones be bygones and move on. I feel that definitely something like that could happen for some of you guys, if it resonates with you in the month of February 2017. I would like to say, Leo, thank you so much for choosing Carol's Universe for your general month ahead reading. I will see you on your February 2017 love readings. And yeah, thanks for your time. Take care.